So here we are at the top of Brainstem Tower. All of the bad guys have stopped following us. Karlach, let's go ahead and get rid of this image slideshow. Karlach, since she was going to burn up and turn into a giant fiery mess, decided life was better as a Illithid, so that she didn't have to turn into a pile of ash or return to hell and could instead save her city. We've got our friends. Oh, hey, golden chest. We've taken all of our long rests. We forgot this is we took a bunch of long rests. Gale, buff everyone. I really hope this is the end because we used all of our cool rest stuff. All right, up we go. Oh, are we ready to face the Netherbrain? I hope yes. I think we're ready to face the Netherbrain.
The brain. It's high above the city now, far away from any innocence. I can end this now. Stop the Absolute and spare the city. The stage is set for my final act. Mistra's bidding and the redemption that lies beyond.
You've brought me right where I need to be. I have no right to ask more of you. It's time I spirited you to safety.
Not if we already became an Illithid.
I must face alone.
Still, you will be taking unnecessary risks by proceeding. This could all be over in mere moments if I ascend alone. It's now or never. You'll be dying in vain. I don't need company to sacrifice myself. Please. For too long, I've lived in fear of taking a host of innocents with me when I expired. Now at least I can be assured my demise will be saving them instead. If you're mistaken, this could be the end of everything. We'll be failing right at the last hurdle.
But we haven't been wrong once.
I only made it this far thanks to you. Who am I to question such sterling guidance now? Mistra won't be pleased. But perhaps trying to please the gods is a fool's errand. Lead on, then. It'll stay my hand as long as I can. But if the tide of battle turns against us, remember I have the means to bring a swift end to this.
It's a shame Illithids don't levitate. It's got the swirly eyes. That's not good.
There it is. The crown of Karsus, the site of power. the site of domination.
There lies our answer. Use the netherstones on the crown and we can bring an end to this.
Alright, easy enough sounding. Alright. The first round, everyone is drinking a potion of universal resistance.
That face. The one from my dreams.
I know you. I know everything about you. Your thoughts, your feelings, your weaknesses. And so do they.
Is it ready to breathe fire? Oh. Oh yes. We have a plan now. So we need to get to there. A Nautiloid will appear in 4 turns. Dream Guardians. Okay. The Emperor. Dominated Red Dragon. Crown of Karsus. Okay. First things first. Elixir of Universal Resistance. We only have 3? I thought we bought more. Did I forget to buy more? Alright. Well then, Lae'zel, just worry about the Elixir of Fire resistance. Now, Potion of Speed.
No time to waste.
Move forward. Why do you have disadvantage? Alright, Karlach. And rage. Oh, we'll need to lose that rage at some point, won't we? Now, get forward and attack the dominated red dragon. Okay. Now, go ahead and land your sneak attack. What does a volatile shield do?
On the move.
Alright, Orpheus. Our goal is to just knock out the Emperor as soon as possible. This is not a good opening there. Call forth allies. You can hold their own in melee. Inferno, Battle Ready Owlbear, the Watch, Silver Harp Squadron. Okay, here. Old monster, 60%, 60%. Fair enough. Bonus actions. You want universal resistance. Alright, archers. Oh my god, they're not very good at all. Yeah, we'll be fine. Fleeting Dream, do that. Well, I guess Gale will get silent. Oh, she did get stunned. Unfortunate. We'll use a level 4 counter spell to prevent that. Is that everyone just being stunned?
A rough tempest I will raise.
Yeah, that was really bad.
Let's light them up.
Is the Emperor concentrating on that? No. Where is the Emperor? Well, that's it for the Harpers. I feel like this is going to be another fight where the main difficulty is in the mass amount of CC the enemy are going to throw at us. Yeah. Where there's really very little I can do besides just suck it up. Let us... Alright. We're gonna retry that. We're gonna just pre-buff a little more aggressively. Oh, jeez, I forgot about how long the loading screens are.
Ready and willing.
Alright. Let us look at our elixirs. We all drank heroism, right? No, we didn't, because we just took a nap. Yeah, go ahead. Drink that for Karlach.
Quite ready.
Gale, let's get you fire resist. Can't be paralyzed or restrained, eh? There you go, Will.
Don't burn yourself.
I'll throw fire protection on Orpheus. There we go. New save. Buff try 2. Alright, ready to face the Netherbrain. We gestured that we're an Illithid. No, never. Should it look like we'll fail? End this together and live to tell the tale.
Lead on.
There it is. We need to use that face.
Alright. We can do this now.
That's the crown ahead. It's mine. I'll cast the spell. I'll make the brains submit.
Alright, so let's get the fight under control beforehand. And to do that, let's get Karlach into position. I'm gonna rage. Oh. Well, that was a goof.
Victory awaits.
Step 1, sneak attack the Emperor. Step 2, use your other bonus action to, let's pretend like we didn't mess that up.
My path be true.
There. Now, use the dragon to kill the tentacles. Good job.
Creator, destroyer.
We need to not. So let's. Because chain lightning only hits bad guys, right? Yeah. Okay. Not enough movement, not enough movement. He can't call allies. Let's get Wyll to go next. No. Oh, Wyll can't go? Why can't Wyll go next? Well then... Go...
Coming through.
Impero.
I'm okay with her being silenced.
Imperative.
Gale being silenced is a thing we can live with. Alright. Alright, so the Dream Guardians we can deal with pretty easily. Don't flee, Karlach. Six targets. That's a lot. Nope, we let it through because as long as we can drink potions, we'll be fine. Whatever. We'll counter 1. We'll limit the incoming damage a little bit. Alright. So everyone still has turns, right? Alright. How wimpy are they? Okay, you need to get up there and deal with the Arcanist. Alright. 1 Arcanist down. Oh, wait. Yeah, because you've used yours. Gale, are you silenced? No. Let's do Lae'zel next. First, she drinks a healing potion. The biggest healing potion we've got. Come to here. There's disengage. You're threatened. Alright. Sneak attack must have advantage. That's fine. Drink a healing potion. Alright. Get in there and punch that guy. Why can't you... Oh, he drank a potion. Okay. Gale still has an action. Oh, she's... damage, please. Okay, good.
Make way.
Scroll of Cloud Kill.
And
Hmm.
learn.
Dragon does not take a lot of damage. Okay. Okay, Command Flee is going to be bad. Really? Ooh, okay. Oh, at least she's stunned so she won't flee. Attacks? No attacks on. Oh. Something got knocked out. What got knocked out? Okay, she can't do anything. This is an action. Where can I put this? Okay. Let's get Orpheus healed up first. Alright. So Orpheus, stand there. Screw it. I want him to kill the yeah. Good job. We're gonna keep using the dragon to help out. Okay, that's Orpheus.
Fools these mortals be.
Wyll, where is Wyll? Oh right, Wyll for whatever reason can't go right now. We need to knock these people out. Too high. It's an action. Bonus actions. Get up there. Use one action to call forth allies. We need to drop in there. Fire shield. Fire shield. Okay. The watch. Oh, good. We lured out the counterspell.
Let me recite their demise. Swiftly now.
We'd need a lot. Not enough movement. Let us move it to here. I think Wyll needs to come help with the people who are doing crowd control. Alright. Ugh, domination sucks. That was really good, really smart move. We are going to need to knock out all of those dominations really fast. Pick that up. Why did you not oh, you don't automatic. A huge waste of so much, not enough resources, actions.
Fancy their chances. Oh, the iron is hot.
I've got this. I've got it.
So much healing we're going to be drinking in those. I feel like we're going too slow. You have fire resistance, right? Let's go ahead and get... Miss. Prone. Okay, that was unexpected. No, don't hit each other! Oh...
No time to waste.
Imperos.
We're gonna need to send that one flying. We need to stop that one. Okay. Gale is silenced. Didn't quite work out as intended.
please, Mistra.
Swift and lethal.
What can we be doing? I mean, he's got a fire shield.
Making my move.
Kind of need to free Gale, right? Let's call forth some allies. Roland's Firestorm. What's a good bonus action? Doesn't really have a good bonus action, so where is Hush? Hush is fine. Fleeting Dream is fine. Alright, there we go. Gale is free. Oh, where? Those are the spots. Those are the spots. Rage ended. That's... She's still fleeing? Okay. So that thing has a... Let's see if we can get some... Hey, get Orpheus back under control. If Orpheus can kill this guy, we're in good shape. Okay. Up this way. Good.
One can't always be a gentleman.
We need to... We have 2 pushes. Or we have 1 push and a disengage, which is, I think, what we want. Disengage. Push. That's fine. So close. Not mind. Oh, it's a Mind Flayer?
Don't get too
That's a lot of. It's gonna be a lot of old monster, telekinesis, that. Target is blah. Target is blah.
My pleasure.
Aw, the dragon doesn't turn and do what I thought. Come on, Dame Aelin. Psychic Dominance. Just no. Let's get Will to there. Alright. Goodbye, Dream Guardian. I've got faith. Ah. Alright. Dame Aelin, what can you do? Lunar Blessing. Let's look at bonus actions. Can you get to there? What if you fly? Okay, what is this? Cleave, lacerate, lunar flare. Okay, if I fly to there, now we hit that, and now we use its lunar breath to kill. Okay. Great. Per battle. We'll be a little more careful with Dame Aelin than we would be with than we were with the guard. We'll have a chance to fix her if she's dominated. Okay. Okay, so where are these going? Alright.
May the dice roll in my favor.
get up to here. Okay. 72, Dream Guardian. Why can't I just throw you off the edge? There we go.
With diligence and care.
Saved. Ugh. We need... We need to just... There.
Bye forever, pal.
Target is too far.
Heading out.
What took 33 damage? Tentacle was hit. Okay. Out of the fire, please. Can't use actions. Ugh. Get. Get here. Okay. Dimension Door is great, but heal up Orpheus. Telekinesis. Can we throw anyone else? Fist of Unbroken Air. Target is too far. Let us Sanctuary Karlach. Okay.
Let's go with fire, baby.
We are low on bad guys. This Mind Flayer is dangerous and needs to go away. Just needs to go.
Put him up.
Good, good, good. This might be too early, but... The dragon's gonna want to shoot at these guys. Okay. Oh, I got very worried when I saw dead over there. Alright. Bunch of cannons. Alright. Obey.
You feel it. A sudden shift. The brain is weakening. Its grasp of itself slipping. This is your chance. Even bound, its will is stronger than anything you've ever felt. The chains shake, threatening to break at any moment.
feeble resistance. Absolute freedom! Its will is weakening. Let's finish this.
I would love to finish this. But first, is there any reason anyone else needs to be out here? I have a strong feeling the answer is no. The brain is resisting. Defeat it before it breaks free.
This is our chance. Farewell to the Netherbrain.
Its will is weakening. The brain is almost defeated.
Dame Aelin, hold the line if you'd please.
It's time! Netherbrain and end the grand design!
Low Hellcrawler, teleport to an area. I don't like how these platforms have highlight. Alright, 360. Let's do it. Let's examine you. Against all odds. What is this? The unlikely actions of the party in the morphic pool were a surprise even to the Netherbrain. Okay. Chains of Karsus. You must strike it down. I will strike many, many things down.
I am fury. I am death.
1. Hey, just do it, okay? This isn't a time for conservation, Lae'zel. Excellent. 95% chance to hit. Do it. All in.
The lance board is set.
The lance board is entirely set. And drink a huge healing potion. Do we think it has... Okay. Does it have shield? Let's test it. No. Alright. Gale, you've wanted to do this all game. Massive magic missile the Netherbrain.
On my word.
You can't get down there.
Victory awaits.
Go, go, go indeed. Dame Aelin, you've got this.
Now is the chance. Its will is weakening. Eliminate the Netherbrain and let the Sword Coast be free.
Alright, Netherbrain. Please don't just knock everyone back to their death. Oh, it's called the Unbreakable Will of the Netherbrain. Orb of Negation. Ooh. Ooh.
No surrender.
Please, I'll do the honors. Actually, let's give Orpheus the honors.
Impossible.
One defeated, unbroken will of the Netherbrain. Now broken. Quite seriously.
Surrender.
Ignore it. Nothing but a vile death rattle.
Spare me. Join me. Wield me. Become absolute.
Command it to die. End this.
Conquer the world. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to command the brain to destroy the tadpoles and then itself. That's choice one. We're going to very carefully click one.
My master. I must obey. I must end.
So is everyone just going to have like little brain tadpoles, like dead brain tadpoles in their brain? I don't know how this is going to work.
Hopes, nightmares, and the screams of legions upon legions of unborn illithids. The pain rips through you, obliterating all thought, all feeling.
That must feel really terrible. There we go, it's the crown of Karsus. Oh, goodbye. Gil, you should maybe go grab that.
For the first time in a long time, your thoughts are entirely your own. And then, gravity.
Don't worry, Karlach knows Featherfall. I prepared for this moment with Featherfall. Just cast it, Karlach. Be cool. Just cast Featherfall, you'll be fine. I got this. Well, that's spectacular.
Everything you did, everything you sacrificed, it was worth it. For this.
A little late, I guess, but you know, a success is a success.
Take a moment. Savor our victory. Long may the coast winds carry our names.
We're savoring it.
My powers, they're draining. Just like Mizora said they would. A small price to pay in the grand scheme of things.
It's over. It's truly over.
When the Netherbrain died, the tadpole died with it. I'll never be some grotesque...
Wyll! You're the worst
No
husband to
offense
be.
meant, of course. I can never forget your sacrifice for us. For the city.
That was very insensitive of you.
Was it? 1,000 apologies. You are a legend, and no accusation or aspersion can diminish you.
Apology
Make sure
accepted.
that all Githyanki know your name and your sacrifice. What you have done today will start a fire that rages across the astral plane. With their lost prince returned, my people will burn away Vlaakith's corruption. And it is all thanks to you, the Illithid who defied a Netherbrain.
Well, good luck with that. The best Illithid. Not all
They
Mind
have
Flayers are
endured an
alike.
age of darkness and tyranny, though most did not know it. When my war against Vlaakith is done, everything will change.
Just a bunch of people with high-powered gate spells, just
My people
in and
are
out.
leaving, and I must leave with them. Come, Lae'zel. We will free the Githyanki and dismantle the Empire. Let them be imprisoned no longer.
Why can't I just let her decide? Lead them to
It will
freedom.
be done. I will never be free while my people are still bound by Vlaakith's chains. Your will is strong, Rastil. Your name will be etched in our slates. You will be called Mlagir, Liberator.
Or Karlach. You could just call her Karlach.
I am ready.
Julas! Juthas!
Oh, does Lae'zel get a red dragon?
Farewell, Gestil, my liberator.
She has a name! Good lord, people! I feel like maybe they don't respect what Karlach has done.
With the Githyanki gone, there's nothing left but the silence of the city. smoldering, waiting to be rebuilt. You are a Mind Flayer, the very thing you sought to eradicate. Whatever self you possess is quickly ebbing away. Your friends and enemies alike are ripe for manipulation. And if not manipulation, then consumption. Soon you will not be able to trust yourself at all. You will be a monstrosity beyond redemption. Or not. Perhaps you are unique among illithid kind. Perhaps you will retain enough of who you are to resist your nature. A rogue Mind Flayer. Like the Emperor.
Or the
The
guy.
risk is certainly yours to take. Will you?
Put yourself in prison? No. Trust that everything will be
You have
fine.
thwarted the illithid grand design. You have defeated 3 chosen and a Netherbrain. You are miraculous. And you have earned the right to live. Your fate will be what you make of it. Now you are your own master. But it seems that Gale's mind is elsewhere.
The crown. It's somewhere in the Giontha. If I salvage the stones, I can reforge it.
We discussed against
Once
that.
I have, I'll return it to Mistra.
Okay.
She'll cure me of my affliction. And I'll finally be free.
Keep the crown and you could be a god.
And a more deserving one this time around. If this adventure has taught me anything, it's that there are things in this world far more valuable than power. Besides, growing quite fond of this merry band of ours, but I'd quite like to see what happens to it. I'm sure Mistra will summon me soon enough, but until then, I propose we celebrate our victory the mortal way, with a drink in our hands and reckless abandon in our hearts.
I am seldom one to imbibe, but
Where'd you
even
come
I shall
from?
make an exception
Welcome to
on
the
a day
team,
like today.
Halsin.
I think we have earned it. No?
Sure, Halsin. Welcome to the party, I guess. There's a lot of good a Mind Flayer could do in this world, and I
Were it
intend
any
to
other
do
Mind
it.
Flayer, I would put an end to this right now. But I suppose you have earned the benefit.
There's a Mind
of the
Flayer
doubt.
and part of the Society of
I
Genius
honestly
or
don't mind
Brilliance.
what we do once we get to the... Ow! What the... Oh no. Oh God. Well, it was nice when it lasted. Ah! I'm sorry. I have to go.
We will find you, Astarion, and Boo will bring a sunflower!
The tension dissipates. Your companions begin to relax. You feel the warmth of their relief, their joy, their peace in each other's company. A new quiet settles. Without the blazing hells inside you, you can finally rest and listen for the new voice, the quieter voice that sounds from within.
And loading screen.
It's over. And it's all because of you,
Well, and a team.
who were destined to become a thrall. Thanks to you, there will be no illithid empire, no death god's tyranny. You have earned your place amongst the legends of the Sword Coast. You are the saviors of Baldur's Gate.
Been there, done that. Also, saved
My
Neverwinter.
shining star. Since I've known you, we've shed more blood than could ever fill the Cheon Tha. The wounds we sustained were the testament to our might. I'd venture into the wilds with you at my side if I could. The Illithid who saved Baldur's Gate, I would cry. And the people would greet you as the hero I know you to be.
But...
A beautiful fantasy. If only I could.
Oh, I guess acorns aren't that magical,
I'm
though.
sworn to protect will see only an Illithid. They would cower in fear. Or worse yet, try to fill you with arrows and daggers. I love you. But I can't be with you.
He really is the worst. I want to share the
We'll make a
future
place
with
for
you.
Somewhere secluded. Somewhere you can call home. I'll bring you anything you need. Robes, books, sustenance. You'll be safe. I'll visit as often as I can. We can still dance. We can still write a story. We can still be us. This doesn't have to be the end.
He's really been the worst. Let's rewind a bit. Like, I've been making fun of this since the half-assed proposal, but he really has been the worst, right? Karlach has done all of this to be free. She's not going to go live in some dirty secret tower where she can't go out and, feel the sunlight. No. Sod off, Wyll. You're the worst.
I was selfish to ask you to live a half-life as a plaything for the blade of Avernus. And even more selfish to be disappointed by your answer. Wherever you go, you take my heart with you. So strong is my love that not even a devil could break it.
Your mind turns to the future. Where will you go? And how will you feed?
Good berries. We'll just take a level of druid and learn good berry.
Yet of one thing you are most certain. Whatever comes next, you'll face it alone.
Wyll is the worst. I am not even sorry that we broke up with him. And then he tries to guilt you. My heart will go with you anywhere.
Since
Wyll is the worst.
Fell, you have continued to evolve. Thought is action. Action is thought. Speech is difficult. Your mind has voyaged to the limits of existence, communing with entities unique and wondrous. But something always calls it back to Faerun, back to yourself, back to the beginning. The time before you became what you are, when your tadpole first sang in your mind. You are back there once again when a voice comes to you. Withers, who you know so well. It is time, he says, to meet with your allies once again. You dream of them often. And now you will see if your dreams...
Wyll better have a very, very good apology. I'm glad we did it at night so Astarion could tag along. Lae'zel's here astrally. Hi there, Wyll.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute. Tonight, fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon, wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
Oh, we can't cast spells. We're silenced.
Perhaps he wishes to live vicariously through the attendees'
First things first, let us talk to the most important person.
A familiar sight. Scratch can't quite speak around the thing he has in his mouth.
So am I. I've got a nice home in the city now. A girl named Mindy says I'm her best friend. She's mine too. Also you and Albert. I've got so many best friends. I hardly know who to snub.
Wait, Shadowheart didn't take you?
But this thing I found had you all over it. I brought it for you. And I thought, perhaps you'd like to throw it? I certainly have, and I always will. Forever, I think. And so will you.
Honk honk.
Really, Scratch? I threw it for you.
A familiar sight. Scratch can't quite speak around the thing he...
Do you even have to ask?
Why, hello, Owlbear.
Friend! You came! Big Brother Scratch, too! Happy. Yes, big! But Scratch is smart. Teaches me many things. Like Big Brother.
Do they not have a Mind Flayer petting things animation? How sad is that?
Yes. Miss this. More.
What have you been doing?
Make friends with a turtle, a cat, a kraken. Kraken eats my cat friend, so I bite, kill. With shiny clothes, I am strong. Tired now. Want sleep. Want cave.
Sounds like you need someone to look at. Of course, Shadowheart.
Nice lady. She gives pet.
I'm gonna just give Shadowheart as many of the pets as we can.
Oh, boy. Is it lovely to sniff you again? You always know just how to do it. I certainly have, and I always will.
We'll save, hey Volo, you're next.
Ah, my dear friend, it's been an age, has it not? You're looking, well. Our skeletal friend will be very pleased to see I found my way here, despite my invitation getting lost in the post.
Oh, Volo.
Busy as ever. Better that than the reverse, wouldn't you say? Every major publishing house on the Sword Coast has been vying for my upcoming book on the subject of our adventures together. I've gotten quite good at replicating your signature, so you needn't even bother with the release form. You might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me. What do you think? Who says you're the titular hero, hmm? Oh, I jest, probably. But believe you me, I couldn't have written a word without
Yes,
you.
because you'd be dead.
Perhaps, once the manuscript is finished, you'd even be willing to write a foreword? Or better yet, I'll write a draft and you can just sign your name. Better still, I'll sign it for you. Hmm? Ah, your success really has been wonderful for my reputation. But you mustn't let me hog your attention all night, my friend. You've many friends to chat to, and I'd love to listen in. Don't worry, friend.
All right, Gale has a Tressum. Hey, Gale, glad you're not exploded.
Well, well. Look what the Tressim dragged in. Professor Gale Decarius of Blackstaff Academy. Educator of the esteemed School of Illusion.
Even though he's a
Pleasure
transmutation
to revisit your
specialist.
acquaintance. Well, that was quite lovely. I'm glad you're as pleased to see me as I am you. I have to say, I'm quite grateful to just be Gale for the evening. I fear my students find me somewhat intimidating due to my, explosive former reputation. I seem to put the fear of the gods into them.
At least
Or
Mistra.
the fear of Mistra.
Damn it, Gale, that was my joke!
I surrendered the crown of Carsus to her, as I told you I would. And in return, she cured me of the orb at last. Even now, I struggle to put the feelings into words. It was like exhaling for the first time after holding my breath for so very long. Of course, I haven't clarified with my students that the orb is no longer a threat. The legend of my explosive capabilities is an excellent means of controlling a classroom. Too good, if anything. I spend most of my time trying to convince them how much fun the study of magic can be. But it'd be easier to crack a smile on an intellect devourer than some of my pupils. Illusory magic has the power to confound the senses, to render the impossible into reality, and to allow expression of that most magical attribute of all. Imagination. Had you the decades to spare, I think you'd prove quite adept at it, as you did in that first lesson I taught you. It was at that moment, the weave connecting us, that I realized how much your friendship had come to mean to me, as it still does.
Well, that's
You were,
nice.
of course, indulging me in submitting to such a lesson. Teaching you was hardly an effort at all. Not like my present cohort of apprentices. Oh, they try their best, of course, when they can manage to stay awake.
Cheek of them. Nothing a well-placed swipe from Tara can't fix, though.
Hello, Tressum.
And what of you? What are you making of this newfound lease of life we earned? Quiet is not always peace. That much I can vouch for. But in your case, I think you deserve a moment's rest.
I
I've told
agree.
my students plenty of tales about our escapades. You're something of a hero to them, you know? I'd be
Good.
delighted to introduce you to my current cohort as a guest lecturer, perhaps. I'm sure they'd have plenty of questions for you. Never fear. My students are as open-minded and generous a bunch as you'll find north of the Chiontha. And I'll remind them of their manners.
Oh, good.
Of course, you'll be most welcome to stay with me in my tower. My apologies, Tara. That would be our tower. It will give us plenty of time to catch up on your adventures.
Oh, that's
I'm
great.
very curious to know what you've been up to these past months. But I suspect the telling of that tale would keep you tied to me all evening.
We'll meet up later, Gale.
In the spirit of selflessness, I encourage you to mix and mingle for now, with time enough to come.
Gale turned out to be a much nicer person.
Right. You. Hello. Yes, I'm certain it is. As for you, well, I've heard congratulations are in order. You helped Mr. Dakarios save Baldur's Gate from the Absolute, isn't that right? And you made significant sacrifices to your well-being by the looks of things.
What? No, we like cats. Anything to help Gale save
done.
Faerun.
Despite my old friend's genius, he'd have blown himself up long ago if not for the help of friends like you and I. You ought to come visit myself and Gale when you're able. If you can extract yourself from whatever responsibilities Mind Flayers might have.
Thanks for the
Send word
invitation.
by pigeon when we've need of you. I used to have a taste for them, but a great many things have changed in recent months. Ta-ta, darling.
Oh, nice.
Do let me know if you spot a...
I can't believe this is real. It's quite...
Astarion, you're next.
So you made it! Now it really is a party.
Absolute emergency over. Last Illithid's running. Links to Gortash regime unfounded.
Hello, darling. I wasn't sure our withered old friend could live up to his promise. But here we are. At least I assume it's you in there. It's a little hard to tell. How have you been since, everything? Well, of course you have, darling. It's not easy to replace someone like this. Exactly what I feared. Without the protection of our little friends, I was just an ordinary spawn again. Burning in the sun. I fled the dark and found refuge in the shadows until night fell. I'm sorry I didn't seek you out that night. I felt... ashamed. Like I'd lost everything just as you claimed your victory. I didn't want you to see me like that. But time lent perspective. It wasn't your victory, it was ours. And for all I'd lost, I gained so much more. I had freedom, strength, a whole new life. And it was time to live it. I've taken a turn as an adventurer and hero.
Really?
It turns out no one actually cares about murder, as long as you murder the right people. And apparently I'm rather good at it.
One of the good guys.
You know me oh so well, don't you? But yes, there's nothing wrong with being rewarded for good work. And when it comes to killing, I do very, good work. I did at first, but then I realized these shadows, this darkness, it's all a part of me. I spent too long defined by what other people did to me, the choices other people made for me.
Well, that's a good lesson to learn.
This is who I am, in all my glory, for better and for worse. That being said, I haven't completely given up on returning to the sun. If the opportunity presented itself, well, I wouldn't say no. But until then, I am happy. We've had quite the journey, you and I. From the moment I first threatened you, I knew you were someone special. Someone to take on the world with. I will miss our time together. But then again, maybe this isn't goodbye. So much as it's, see you later, darling. After everything, this feels nice.
All this stimulating conversation to speak is not enough. Astarion's sweet brain may be a bit. His parietal lobe, which controls his sense of touch, will be an aphrodisiac in your maw. This is highly illogical. There are plenty of other craniums awaiting your suction, and this is a prize ally. And besides, this brain before you, its endorphins are in a joyous flow. It is a wonderful scent, the odor of friendship.
I cannot remember the last time I heard the ballad of the endless spring.
The whole gang is here. Wish I'd had
Now
time to
there's a
polish up
ditty
the
worthy of
words.
a knee slap. You made it! Now the revelry... You would think someone of my vintage would be inured to the passage of time. Yet these past 6 months have seemed endless without your company. But now, our paths cross once more.
We did get along.
Just as I hoped they would, more like. The Oak Father has been kind to me this past while. Yet I cannot forget the bond we all forged together. It is one that can weather any distance, any passage of time. I know it can, for I feel the longing for old friends in my heart each day. You are right, of course. I am accustomed to dwelling on the past, even when it brought me nothing but unhappiness. You changed that, and gave me the most precious of memories.
Right,
Now the
Daniel.
task is to make yet more of them. And who's to say we need to make such gatherings a rare occasion? My hearth is yours to warm yourself beside always. Now, we have much to catch up on. Do not allow me to ramble on. I am eager to hear all you've been doing. In that case, our community grows rapidly. In 6 months, we have turned what was once a shadowy wasteland into a true home for all.
Well, that's
In another
nice.
6 months, I would wager the scars of the past will be entirely invisible, even to those who remember them.
Which is you,
The old masonry
basically.
of Moonrise Towers and Rythwin have been repurposed into new homes, and the land is rich with harvests and bountiful trees. Nature and civilization are in harmony, stronger together.
My greatest purpose and greatest reward. Those children have been through more than fate had any right to cast at them, and yet they go on as resilient as anything in nature. I impart what knowledge I can to them, yet, in truth, they teach me far more. The land we saved is theirs, and they will cherish it, I'm sure. Thaniel and Oliver shall never want for friends again. You are welcome whenever you like, and for however long you please. Now, please, tell me all, and spare no details. I shall not lie. I have an ulterior motive in wishing to hear all. It is the children, you see, my charges. Their appetite for bedtime tales is greater than I could ever have anticipated. Another story, Daddy Halsin. Another is the chorus that greets me each nightfall. They have all but exhausted my repertoire in but a few short months. No mean feat given the lifetime I have lived. I desperately need new material, please. My reputation is at stake. More than a few, I should think. At least I shall be equipped to explain the birds and the bees when the time comes. But I hope that time... I am all ears. Though I never cared for that phrase. A rather... unsettling image. You have I shall be able to keep the children enthralled for a few more nights yet, thanks to you. Now, it would be cruel of me to hoard you all to myself for the evening, as much as I would like to.
Unless there was anything
I shall
else.
leave you to the others for now, unless there was anything else. Quite often. They come and go as they please, but with so many playmates to avail of,
Well,
they
that's
ask
good.
after you often. What you did for them will never be forgotten. To make a child smile is to dabble with the power of gods, as far as I'm concerned. I spend half my days in ursine form. The children demand it. I had a score of them taking turns riding upon my back just days ago. I'm glad they are so comfortable with the Oakfather's creations. As for roaming, that impulse has dwindled, I must admit.
I did
As
think it was
did
against
I,
his nature.
Somehow I feel like I no longer need to roam. That I have found something worthy laying roots for. Amazing what can be discovered about oneself.
Do you stay in touch
On
with the
occasion,
Grove?
But I prefer not to interfere. Francesca of the High Forest is Archdruid now, and by all accounts, even Korga may yet find true balance, thanks to her influence.
Let's not hug people.
Before you go, I have something for you. Just a little keepsake, really. Do you remember how I told you I like to whittle? I made this.
What is it?
Ducks are my favorite, but I thought they were particularly fitting in this case. They are migratory birds, of course.
Migratory?
Traveling far and wide with the turn of the seasons. Yet, they always find their way back to where they belong. Just like old friends find themselves back in each other's company. Just
It is
a
lovely,
token to
thank you.
remember me by. Now, I've taken up enough of your time. Go on. Enjoy the festivities. We can speak again later.
We want to keep that on. Where is our... Do I have my treasure chest so I can get my... Well, I guess guidance isn't as good. Oh. Why is there just a dagger +1 there? Alright, Jaheira, let's chat.
Well now. You can make yourself presentable when you have a mind to.
That's a little mean.
Your higher form has brought with it some higher manners, then.
I missed you too.
Ah, how nice to be understood again. I have spent the past months bickering with builders and bankers, all to restore the city exactly as it was.
No, it was an ugly
Twisting
city.
alleys for purse pickers, same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon, same cisterns overflowing. Huh.
Let's ask
I
about the
checked it myself.
family.
The Master of Masons was reluctant to release funds for work in the outer city. But your neighbors proved persuasive. Baldurians simply get on with it. Stubbornness, civic spirit, plain stupidity. Perhaps all three. But nothing I will sniff at any longer.
Good.
Harpers have come from half the world over to lend aid. Farmers, masons, healers.
There are Harper farmers?
My own son, Jord, has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's Crossing. Not so for my daughter. Ryan's rejoined the Flaming Fist. Temporarily, you understand. To organize the craftsmen. Though she
Okay.
spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing aid funds. They might learn a thing or two if they don't expel her. Again.
Good for her.
I suppose I am. Though they seem determined to make me redundant. Mistake me not. There is still much to be done. Plans to make, maps to be frowned over. But my children are more than capable of doing it. Even the young ones tire of me peeking over their shoulders. This night offers them a brief respite from me, at least. And this place, now I look at it, it is where you all spent your first night together, no? A fine spot for an adventure to begin. A fine spot indeed.
Do you have an adventure in mind?
A little wander, perhaps. To stretch the legs. I'll find my way back. As I always do. I admit defeat. Baldur's Gate is my home. But that is the thing about home. The only way to see it clearly is to leave. And look back. For a little while, at least. For all your travels, I hope you have arrived where you want to be. Home. Whatever that means to you.
Oh, 4 isn't a thought. 4 is saying it.
Ah, sentiment. With the greatest affection, I can think of better ways to sour our stomachs. I must inspect the refreshments. You'll never know. Some ne'er-do-well might have tampered with the wine.
There you are. I was hoping you'd make your way over.
Where's Minsk?
The whole gang is here. Wish I'd had time.
To the hero of the realms, we followed your adventure closely. The Guild of Great Genius, huh? Thus, we thought to extend a greeting to thank you for adventuring. The Guild of Great Genius. Okay, that's nice. Letter from Art. To an old acquaintance. Right to you from the sunny porch with the last light in. Daniel, rejoined with Oliver, has promised to be with me when the end comes. As our old songs drift in the wind even louder, I know I have mere days left. Do visit someday, and if you have time to stop by an old Flaming Fist's grave, I know I'd love to see you. Oh. Letter from Valyria. Salutations, I'm writing to request your help in a mysterious case arisen since our little Bolian bash a half year ago. I have to take credit for dispelling the Ball cult in your absence, you understand, and routing the remaining Ballists in our fair city, with Fountainhead in tow. This has made me a target. A false document has been made public and alleged. Hey, damn it. Karlach, if you're reading this, you're alive. One way you found a way. Thank the gods. Wondering what's become of you. Right to be more choosy. It is not temples and inns and homes I speak of, but hearts. Gate. The survivors have borne witness. You're turning a blind eye to Gortash. The gates are open once more. I'll devote myself to reading. Well, thanks. Thanks, Alder Ravengard. Your son's a dick. Prince of the Comet shines ever bright.
Cool, fresh air. By the living gods, I need it.
If Blacketh is to fall, mayhaps the two. Well, good. Arabella! Boatman once said I needed to find balance. Fancy talk. He was right, though. After I touched that idol in the grove, it was like a big tree started to grow on my head. After you squished the brain, Beardman showed up. Said the weave led him to me and me to him. He's teaching me how to make sense of all those. He says I need to... Edvard. I will not be silenced, E. Friends Baldur, consider all else, or da 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 da. Why would they give me that? I don't want that. Letter from Mirage. Greetings from Netherbrain, where the blood you so kindly traded me isn't. Well, good for her, I guess. Hey, letter from Sebastian. For so long in this vampire cells, I'd almost forgotten how to write. Never mind. You're welcome, random guy, Sebastian. We're from Floric. Nope, no, okay. Actually, can we just do that? Good. I doubted you for so long. Sure you did. Good job, Floric. Letter from the Gur. Not any specific Gur, just the Gur. To the spawn Astarion. Walk in peace, Astarion. Well, why is this letter for me? That's not for me. Alfira. Sorry it's been so long. Amazing news. Well, she woke up one morning and told me. With your... Oh, poor Alfira. Withers get. Gil, my boy, I can only apologize for my absence. As you know, only the most urgent would keep me from indulging myself. Right. Just enjoying your adventures. I try. Dear Shadowheart, happy and well. I must keep this shirt. Okay. Dearly wish for you to. Okay. Until we find each other again. I had a dream last night that or any days. It was a dream about you. All right. Well, that's sweet. Letter from Marina. Thought I'd reach out first for once. Finally had a baby. About how to kill hags, but you know what they say, right? What you know. Well, good. Letter from Nine Fingers. Not much for Leo, but it does gladden a girl's heart to be asked to the ball. Okay, in my place, except a few casks of fine vintage. Hey, Zevlor. For okay. Harp stamped letter. Need a watcher.
The whole gang is here. Wish I'd had time to polish up the horns.
The first protocol. Who freed me until I zell? My words can. I'm just liberators. You are warriors of the comet. Well, that's a nice little feeling to have everyone. Okay. Iron Throne wreckage continues to block shipping lanes. Settlers bound for lands upriver. Amid claims curse is lifted. Not a goblin creature spawning crawling. Reported to be Githyanki child. Structure found beneath House of Grief. Okay, we're just gonna grab them all. Okay, good. Oh, tab doesn't work because we're alone. Now, this is the one we already read. Oh, 6 months since the assassination of Arkdu. Encounter vampire spawn and live to tell the tale. Tour new district built by Altarian refugees. Monument planned for heroes of the High Hall. Janeth House. Oh, okay. Okay, that's the one we read. Wave Servant murder solved. Raven Guard returned to full strength. Steel Watch no longer a threat. Serial killer unmasked as crazed ballast. City caught in the center of Githyanki War. Thorm's army dispersed from Baldurian borders. 6 months on, ran without its wizard. Oh, Roland's there. Fresh stock, an interview with the new master. Oh. Okay. High Harper no more. Hero Druid goes to ground. The Foundry Blast still sectioned off. Almond Cakes of Avernus, Altarian refugees. Stone Lord killed by Beloved Ranger. Okay. I guess it doesn't really matter, huh? There's Minsk.
Ah, breathe deep, Boo. The smell of heroes sings from every stone in this place.
Oh, look, they actually animated
your
Boo.
journey began, my friend. An honor. For Minsk and his hamster both. Oh, and for Happy also.
Yes. Honored, of course.
He is not a guest, but your newest follower. It is just this day that Happy learned of your legend, while we gazed down upon the very city you saved.
He dangled me from the high hall, upside down, for 2 hours.
The guild should not go creeping in high places if they do not have the stomach for them, hmm? It is well for Happy the strange portal appeared when it did. Minsk's arm was growing achesome. So I have. Though it is a piece made more from blade and boot than it is any sense of brotherhood. 9 fingers forbade any looting of the Illithid's fleshy vessels. And so Minsk guards what remains of the battle site. Even from her. But where Minsk might once have thrown any sneaking scoundrels from the tower top, now I tell them of you. How you ruled the wickedness within. How they might do the same.
Yes, I'll rule it. I'll be better.
Oh, of course. It is still for Boo to decide if they live or die.
Oh gods.
But enough, my friend! I cannot tell your tale if I do not know the whole of it. Minsk and Boo would know where you have been, what you have done. Without tadpoles, Boo. Forgive my hamster squirrelishness. He has developed something of a taste for tadpole, and is displeased with the diet I have been forced to place him on. Now, halfling, Boo will not have you embarrassing him in front of his friends, so you ought to know the rest of the company you keep. Wyll Ravengard, the Blade of Frontiers, Devil
Of
Hole,
Avernus.
Angel Heart.
You were there when he decided that.
Lae'zel of Kresh Killer, true child of Gith,
Close.
and
Close
true
enough.
friend to Boo, though she will and say it is not so. Astarion, who is banished by the sun itself for fear his Spanish soul might outshine it. We visit him much down in the dark places, though he often moves his lair without remembering to tell Minsk where. Shadowheart, 2 gods tugged at her soul, but she managed to keep it all for herself in the end. Wait, Boo, did she do something with her hair? Halsin, Archdruid of Arch... somewhere. He is a much better man than he smells. And finally, Jahira. If this is a name you do not already know, then not even Boo can save you. Study them well, sneak thief. For the best among them will be a guide for your guild. Heroes who put the city before themselves, who never falter in their duty. And more than this, who never arrive to a party without even a gift for the host.
But wait!
Go, my friend. Be among our friends. There is much work yet to be done before this one is fit to join them.
He's going to kill, not the big mad bastard.
We shall conclude our business. Who will...
Oh, it's playing in the water. How sweet. Why are there just slippers here? Let's pick that up. Ugh, no one wants to talk to Wyll. He's a jerk. Alright, Shadowheart.
Starting to wonder if you'd show up. Honestly, so have I. Oh, come here, will you? It's been forever.
No eating brains. Thank you.
You feel a little more substantial than before. Less camping and scrounging off the land, I take it.
That's an awkward question for a Mind Flayer.
I suppose I do, don't I? I'm glad you seem well. Truly. Oh, hells, what? Not another adventure, is it? I'm quite content with my semi-retirement. The owlbear? Of course I'll have him. If he wants to come with me, that is. I'd have offered sooner, but everything was a blur after the battle. I thought he'd gone to roam free. I'll have to find somewhere for him to sleep, of course. He'd get stuck in the door of my cottage. Maybe the barn. It's as warm as anywhere, as long as he gets along with the other animals.
The other animals? Imagine cuddling an owlbear.
Now I'm going to have to do that, aren't I? You're a bad influence.
No, we're the best influence.
I can picture the look on my parents' faces already.
What have you been up to?
Found a little cottage. Abandoned, half ruined. There's a lot of such places to be found thanks to the Absolute's armies. I've been making it my own.
How are your parents?
Learning to live again. It's hard to think of all that was robbed from them, but they're intent on making every day count for double. My mother's mind still drifts every now and again, but she has more good days than not so good days. She taught me her recipe for apple and plum pie, and when I tasted it, I actually remembered it from when I was a little girl. Some things can't be taken from you, it seems. Father's making himself useful, helping me fix up the cottage and caring for the animals. You should see the amount I have now. He's been waiting years for this. Now he can't stop smiling. Sorry, I'm rambling. Family life and pastry recipes probably aren't the most interesting topics for such a
But animals
historic reunion.
More animal stories, please, Shadowheart.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Just be sure to take your own advice whenever you can. You've earned it. Must I? You presume a great deal.
But it's
I'm
true.
joking. Of course I want to know. Tell me all. Do you ever rest? Think of all those poor, budding adventurers looking to make a name for themselves. Take some time off and give them a chance, why don't you? Hopefully these meetups will become a regular occurrence. It's not that I miss the tadpoles, but at least it brought us together. Now we've got to make the extra effort ourselves. Don't remind me. Someone's always got somewhere else to be. But let's do our best all the same. After all, we've faced down bigger threats than wrangling together a few social calendars.
Bye,
Don't be a
Shadowheart.
stranger.
Alright, time to go talk to the biggest jerk of them all. Where's Withers?
Oh, hello. Let me guess, you've got some suggestions about the music choice. You have no idea. You were a bard, were you? Back before you became so tentacular. Withers couldn't even find a bard who knows who I am.
What a shame. I'd like to hear a different song.
I owe him a favor. One he is eternally invoking.
That's not how favors work.
Thought honoring the worthy was a fair price to pay for Withers to pull me out of the fugue plane. Alas, one purgatory to another. Languishing in obscurity. Cyric knew what he was doing when he punished me for that song, the prick. Before I was banished to the fugue plane, I had song prayers coming out the proverbial ears. Guess how many I get now? None.
You feel a pang of divine guilt. Musical prayers went out of fashion among bards when Melil, Lord of Song, offended the god Cyric and was ejected from the pantheon.
I'm washed up, I'm afraid. You know. You're bloody right. It is an honor. Deep down, I knew you'd recognize me. You're a fellow bard, after all. What can I do you for?
Like you to change the song.
Your wish is my... etc. What song do you want?
Something thoughtful and hopeful.
Fantastic idea.
Oh, I can't join in. How sad. She still has the mysterious Sharon wound.
I'm going to enjoy my search, and you can't stop me. Back to the shadows with you. missed wine. Had to resort to making my own cider recently, which isn't bad, don't get me wrong. But a girl can't have fun with apples alone. You might be onto something there, though the name might need work. Somehow it sounds rude, even though I know otherwise. I suppose it's worth a try. It might keep the animals amused for a while. Don't...
You should refrain from hugging any more people with the whole brain-eating thing. There's Lae'zel. You can put off talking to Wyll, because Will's a jerk.
Girl. Burning hot, but not too hot, praise withers. For 2 months, Orpheus trained me in the ways of the comet. For 2 more, I skewered Kithraki bellies. And for 2 more yet, I traveled through Limbo. But to see your face, it brings me even more pleasure than taking a Royal Inquisitor's head.
Limbo, she'd said. A plane of chaos where you might drink fire like water, where you might breathe ice instead of air, and the home of the mystical Githzerai. Once the Githzerai were one of the Githyanki, until bloody civil war severed them.
I do. I approach the gates of Shraktalor even now.
Shraktalor. How well you know the name. The capital city of the Githzerai, and the home of their immortal god king, Zerith Menyar Agith.
Our Gish sent word of the rebellion to Menyar Agith through the cosmos. He's agreed to parley. It's fallen to me to secure an alliance. I was as surprised as anyone when Orpheus spoke the order. My blade is keen as ever, but it was you who showed me that a proper victory doesn't always require a razor-sharp edge. Sometimes, a sincere plea is more persuasive than a dagger against the neck. Menyar Agith is an ascetic. He reached out in good faith. This is his way. It is in this spirit that I must meet him.
Fair.
And if he refuses, I carry on. Gravity pulls me in but one direction. I am a warrior of the comet. I will not rest until I burn Vlaakith's bones to ash and smash her phylactery to pieces. My people will be free. But you've heard that refrain before. Zealous, bossy, insistent. All part and parcel of my undeniable charm.
Well, I'm glad she's gotten more confident.
I suppose it is, rather. I'm just glad to be here at all. It has taken all of Orpheus's efforts to conjure my projection, and all of mine to convince him to let me come. Worth it, I'd say. I miss this place. This... Fey Run.
We'll get you there.
I missed you. But I'll be back to see you again when the comet has risen. As surely as Kalir will forever circle the sun. This is... nice.
Lots of daggers just hanging around. Is this where Withers is?
This one night is like any other, and yet different. Thou art the savior of Baldur's Gate, until such time it requires saving again. How dost thou feel? If thou could only see the paths of fate untaken, thy mind would surely break. Be glad of thy chosen path. It is, after all, thine. Enjoy the revelry of the day. Thou deservest at least that much.
Alright, I'll return to the party. I said I'll return to the party. Okay. Anything here to read? Oh. He'll get mad. He's got it signed. Book of Willing Souls.
Here goes.
Gods, I smell like a 70-year-old cinder. Withers yanked me from Avernus with my blade halfway through a Cambion's belly without so much as a chance at washing up. Well, never mind that. By the stars' light and the moon's glow, it's so good to see you. But damn it all, you are too bold a soul to be slinking in the shadows. Your sacrifice has not gone forgotten. It's afforded me a life of my own making. Hunting and hell slaughter. The hell hunt is both duty and thrill. The demons I've disintegrated. The devilkin I've bled. The stories I could tell. I don't suppose you'd indulge me.
We're not going to be too mean.
But just the one, or I'll be yammering all night. You want to hear about the Amnitsu at the Styx? The three-tusked Orthon? Or the invading Goristroy?
The Amnitsu sounds interesting.
They usually prefer the frozen wastes of Stygia, but Zariel's got a few of her own for guarding the River of Blood. Fat bastards, all of them. Was on the heels of Amerigan who'd been stalking the wild hills and sprinted a little too close to the Styx. I felt my mind start to drain, an Amnitsu speciality. Bought just enough time for one of its minions to grab me and dangle me over the river. Could feel the Styx tugging at my memories as I hung over it, eager to drink me dry. Good thing I never touched foot in the hells without my companion wolf, Lily.
What?
She was just the distraction I needed. She nipped at the minion's heels and I leapt from its grasp, unsheathed my short swords, and rushed at the Amnitsu in a fury.
Who is this Wyll?
Finished. All that remained was a pair of paltry wings.
And where's Lily? I want to see Lily.
I won't lie. Losing the Eldritch blasts and the hexes took some getting used to. Nothing but void, where once there was hellfire. So I stoked new fires in myself, using the lessons my father once taught me. The Blade of Avernus is a ranger, a hunter of the most hellish prey. I've seen him more than a few times, and he's as proud of me as I am of him. He's leading the city's renewal, opened the gates to all newcomers, rebuilt the council from scratch.
Well, that's good.
And he's back in his element, commanding the flaming fist with brave heart and no shortage of empathy. The likes of Gortash can bend people's minds with a few chosen words. No tadpole needed. Bane's chosen primed the fist for a war they weren't meant to win. He convinced them there was an assassin hiding in every shadow.
Kinda 'cause there was. There was, Will.
Answer to crisis. With a few exceptions. Fathers pardoned every last fist. If my forgiveness not be tears, Will, so be it. I shall forgive them all the same. His words.
Well, that's nice of him.
He still believes in the bow and the blade, but with Floric's help, he's teaching the fist a new lesson. Valor is found not in the wounds you inflict, but in the lives that you have bettered.
That's
May they
Floric's
all take it
lesson?
to heart. I've missed you too, Karlach. The most generous spirit, the fiercest heart, diamond and cinder forged into a precious treasure all on its own. If I had to do it all over again, and I'd rather not, to be clear, I can't imagine not having you at my side. I wish you'd been there to join in. Oh, to battle together, just like the old days. I suppose that's my way of saying I miss you. Tonight, I toast not just the people we've become, but the people we were. Warriors, winners.
We were winners.
Saviors.
Die,
Go
Will.
on. The night's young. Or waste a single drop of wine for that matter. I plan on downing half. Cheers to you.
Withers has laid out quite a spread of food.
I feel like we've talked to everyone, right?
Perhaps he wishes to live vicariously through the attendees' appetites.
Shadowheart said you can live with her.
Happy? Gonna get pets? Gonna play? Gonna live with nice lady? Yes, miss.
It's a shame we can't send Scratch over there, too.
Oh, boy! Is it lovely to sniff you again? I certainly have, and I always will. Forever, I think. Do you even have to ask? You always know just how to do it.
Alright, well, we have now talked to everyone. Let's... You save.
Yes. What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen.
Alright, I'm listening, Withers.
The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another.
Dun dun dun!
Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready. For thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving.
The greatest friends.
To you.
Oh, look, Tara went up there. That's a good place for a cat. A trestle. Alright, do we get Do we get an ending? Hero of the Realms, Ceramorphosis, all's well that ends well. Leave no one behind, save every tiefling refugee you can. Critical hit, complete the game in tactician mode. There we go. So, as we let this play out, we'll have our traditional final thoughts. Let me see if I can get a little more light. That's the best light we're going to get. So, as critical as I was of the game, it is very, very good. It deserves pretty much all of the accolades it's received, except for the people who are giving it 10 out of 10 on release. Guys, there was a lot wrong at release. 8 to 9 out of 10 on release, and I can see it now 10 out of 10. But we gotta be a little more critical of things on release that don't work. Rules-wise, I missed not having readied action or dodge action. We have those in Solasta, missed them here. Double casting leveled spells and everyone being able to use scrolls was fine because of the way they increased the number of enemies and everything. A goofy feel, but for how they change things, better. Level 12 was a weird area to cut off at, but it makes sense. The next level would be a whole new spell level, so we should have expected to end there. At least it was at level 12, because 12 felt good. The characters were solid. I enjoyed that. Even if Wyll is the worst boyfriend ever. Now, I've never had a boyfriend, but I would hope that your boyfriend is better than Wyll. Yeah, we should have stuck with Shadowheart, folks, because I don't think Shadowheart would have told us to lock ourselves away in a dungeon forever. Wyll turning into a devil slaying ranger in the end was at least nice. Good for him. I'm glad we didn't need anyone's brains. Is that it, though? Is that the ending? Okay. So we can scroll down. We don't need to scroll. Are we going to get ending signs? Yes.
There thou art, the dead three. Thy faces gods, thy actions barely worthy of the name. Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not notice? Thou soughtst to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become Mind Flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice? Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fools, everyone. The supplication of Bane, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel. Felled by mortals, I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.
Oh, I'm sure they'll continue to trouble everyone. I actually would have preferred if we didn't deal with the Dead 3 in this game. I would have preferred a purely Elderbrain, Illithid style enemy and not the Dead 3 making up the chunk of mid-game. Oh, that's it? That's the ending? Oh my god. without the epilogue, that would have been, yeah, no. I'm sticking with my not a 10 on release, because everything after Astarion runs off into the sun was added at the end. Oh my god. Yeah, no. That's... Is there like a new game? Like... No. That's it. Okay. Well then, there we are. The end of Baldur's Gate 3. Wow, was that a letdown of an ending. Oof. Still good, but the longer your game is, the better and longer your ending needs to be. Like Final Fantasy VI has an excellent length ending. Ties everything up in a neat bow. Final Fantasy VI is maybe the pinnacle of game endings, as far as I can think of. That's the, oh my god. Very empty feeling. Well then, there we go. Goodbye, I guess. Wow, that's an ending.